Dominion Voting System is suing Fox News for $1.6 billion in a case that could have far-reaching implications within media, journalism, and the law. The case is taking us behind the curtain of the news giant.
Dominion says that Fox News was airing these false election claims on its airways in part because it was motivated by profit. Dominion Voting Systems alleges that Fox was worried about losing viewers to the right of its network and that it purposefully aired these false election claims to placate a Trump-loving audience that was fleeing its network.
The president's lawyers alleging a company called Dominion, a backdoor, is capable of flipping votes.
I know that there were voting irregularities. Tell me about that.
It's very difficult to get a handle on just who owns what and how they're being operated.
So we rarely see defamation lawsuits brought by public figures against media companies go this far. It's really hard to win these sorts of cases because public figures have to basically meet this legal standard called actual malice. It's a really high legal standard to prove.
Actual malice is defined as knowledge that a statement made was false or with reckless disregard for the truth.
That actual malice standard is from a case called New York Times versus Sullivan. It's intentionally a really high standard, and it's meant so that entities like media entities that might be sued for defamation have some breathing space in order to do reporting and occasionally make mistakes in those situations, unintentional ones.
Dominion believes they have proof actual malice was committed by Fox News. Among the many revelations made in court documents, internal messages reveal on-air personalities privately expressed deep skepticism over election fraud claims while the network was still airing them. That same skepticism was shared by the company's CEO, Rupert Murdoch.
Fox is saying that it does have protection as a news outlet against this suit from Dominion. So its arguments, its defenses, focus around the First Amendment. And what Fox is saying is that what we were reporting on here was incredibly newsworthy. These were allegations that were being made by the president in the wake of the 2020 election, and that we have a right as a news company to be reporting and a duty to be reporting on newsworthy events in the wake of this election.
You're just continuing to be inundated by evidence of all the frauds here and every manner and means of fraud you could possibly think of.
In contrast, Dominion has said, you weren't just airing allegations from the public, you were endorsing and promoting lies, facts, not just allegations. And because of that, this newsworthiness privilege does not apply to you.
The case has implications regardless of who comes out the winner. A Fox win could call into question whether it's possible ever for a plaintiff to win a defamation suit against a media entity, which can inspire efforts legislatively or judicially to curb some of those journalistic protections made standard by the New York Times versus Sullivan case. Some justices on the Supreme Court have signaled they're open to revisiting that precedent.
In particular, Justice Thomas has critiqued the standard, Justice Gorsuch has critiqued the standard and suggested that maybe we need to revisit them. And so there's some question about if Fox wins this case, again, there might be a belief that no media entities just generally are immune to these kinds of suits.
Fox News is the most watched cable network in the country, and it has been for a long time. It's an extremely important and powerful entity within Republican politics and the conservative movement. Paying close attention to this could, tell us something about the direction of the company, but that also means it could tell us something about the direction of GOP politics and what's going to happen in 2024. And so the implications are really far-reaching.
In addition to the Dominion lawsuit, Fox is facing a separate $2.7 billion lawsuit against Smartmatic USA, a rival electronic voting system company. While some predict a settlement will be made, efforts to reach an agreement with Dominion have so far been unsuccessful. The case is moving to trial with many of the network's most notable hosts set to testify.